Welcome to part 8 of Let's Play Wario Land Super Mario Land 3 on the Game Boy. In this video I'm going to get the best ending. Now, I actually finished this playthrough roughly 9 years ago in 2013. It's now 2022 at the time of recording, and back then I genuinely thought that the best ending was with Wario getting his own castle, especially as it ties in nicely with the beginning of Wario Land 2. So it's canonical. But the best ending is actually Wario getting his own planet, and I discovered that about 3 years ago, and I always intended to do a follow-up video because even though it doesn't have that many views, and I only did the videos really because I just enjoy playing the game and I wanted to show my playing the game really. It's by no means a perfect playthrough. Yeah, even though it's not a perfect playthrough, I still want to show the best ending, and I wanted to show all the things in the game, so I'm finally doing a follow-up video. Yeah, so I did find out about the best ending about 3 years ago-ish, and I always intended to do a follow-up video, but I just never got round to it. But about 6 months ago, someone left a comment on part 7 of this series, stating, "Oh, I didn't get the best ending," or rather, you didn't get the best ending, and I responded and said, I know, I've always intended to do a follow-up video, and now I'm finally getting round to that. Now, the best ending is Wario getting his own planet, and it's only obtained if your total treasure at the end of the game, that's your coins plus all the treasures that you've gathered, counted up and liquidated, if you like, totaling 99,999 coins, which is the maximum you can have. If you get, I think it's between 90,000 and 99,999, then you get the castle, and then it just gets worse than that. So I haven't shown you all the endings. If you want to see them, just Google it or something. But I think the worst ending is Wario getting a hut or a tent or something like that. And I think the one less than a castle is like a big is a big mansion or something, or a small castle. I can't remember. But the best ending is actually his own planet. I did state in part 7 as well that I believed, or rather I stated, that I believed that even if you had maximum coins, even if you had maximum coins but not all the treasures, you still wouldn't get the best ending. I don't think that's true, but I've never tested it. I still think, according to Game FAQs, which I looked up, it just depends on the total at the end of the game. So in theory, you should be able to end the game without all the treasures, but just with maximum coins, because you've been grinding for years, probably. Well, not years, but several weeks over and over again to get the maximum coins, and in theory you should be able to get the best ending without any of the treasures, but I've never tested that out. I always thought that you had to have all the treasures to get the best ending, but obviously not, because I didn't get the best ending and I had all the treasures. Anyway, so that's that explained. Anyway, so here's my save game that I used in my playthrough 9 years ago. So let's use this. Now, what I've been doing in the... Yeah, that was on the last level because I tested out getting the best ending. It does work. But what I did, as I stated, you don't need to have 99,999 coins before you do the last boss. You just need to have enough so that when all your treasure is liquidated with the genie, you have the maximum then. So what I did was I ground for ages on this secret level, course number 6 of Rice Beach, because you can actually get quite a bit of treasure, well, 91 treasure on this really quickly. And with the gambling game, if you're lucky 3 times in a row, which is just 50-50 every chance, so 1 out of 8 chance probability, because it's half to the power of 3, you will get 728 coins, because it's 91 at the end of this, because it's 101 at the end, but you have to spend 10 in the door, so 91 times 2 is 182, times 2 is 364, then times 2 again is 728. So in theory you can get that maximum by the end. It's by no means the best place to get gold in terms of the total, but it's the fastest and the best, if you know what I mean. So it's nice and quick as well. So now these enemies will drop 11 coins because they have a plus coin on them, plus a normal coin, so 11 coins. Unfortunately, if you leave and come back, they don't respawn, so you have to do the level again if you want the coins again. You know, there's 11 coins, plus you can get a few lives as well, but you have to spend 10 in the coin door. And then you can go to the gambling game, not the hard one where it's just for lives, the coin one, which is like heads or tails, really, 50-50 chance. So it's a half probability you'll double your money, half again to double your money, and half again to double your money. So that's an 8th probability that you'll double your money 3 times in a row. So yeah, that's annoying. But yeah, this is what I did for a long time. That's why 6 months ago when I said I was going to do the follow-up, even though I intended to do the follow-up when I first discovered it 3 years ago, I only got started on this about 6 months ago. And I finally got round to it properly. I finally got loads of money in the past few days just because I had some spare time. So that's really annoying, that. But yeah, it doesn't matter because I've already done this. It took me ages, but I actually have... Oh, that is really unlucky. That's an 8th probability that will happen. Anyway, so only 11 coins, doesn't matter. Anyway, because I already have over 40,000, and I did test it out. That's why I had saved on the last level there, because I tested out that it does work. This does give me 99,999 coins once all the treasure is liquidated. Anyway, so that's what I did. Among other things. I mean, I explored other levels as well, just because I got really bored with doing that one over and over again. But the bottom line is, I just ground and got roughly 44,000 coins. So it took me ages in terms of days or whatever, but that's all I need. Now I'm ready to do the last level and show you the best ending. I have amended the video description to part 7, which now states, because in the video description I actually stated I get the best ending. I've amended that to state I get the second best ending. So this is now the best ending. But I genuinely didn't know this was the best ending until about a few years ago, and when I watched a video of someone else completing the game. I think it was a long play or something, and I was absolutely astonished that there was another ending I didn't about which I didn't know. I first played this game when I was about 13 or 14, over 20 years ago, and and I always assumed that the best ending, because I never bothered to get 99,999 coins properly, because I always assumed that the best ending would be with all the treasures, and I got the castle, which ties up with the beginning of... I actually wanted the save point, actually. Yeah, you know, because it ties up with Wario Land 2 nicely, the beginning where he has his own castle, so I always assumed that was the best ending. I mean... I had no idea there was another ending, you know, from getting all the, you know, from getting maximum treasure at the end of the game. It's a bit ridiculous, Wario getting his own planet. I think I personally would rather just have my own castle than my own planet, but Wario is famed for his greed, so I'm sure he's happy with his own planet. I mean, if someone offered me a planet or a castle, I'd rather have a castle because I have no way of getting to a planet, so... might as well not own it, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, you can't really own something unless you have access to it, but I'm sure Wario has a rocket or something. He is a pilot as well, as we learned in Wario Land 3. Anyway, we have to defeat this annoyance. You just have to charge him in the back, and then do it again when he stops running around. And do it 3 times. That was extremely lucky. I don't know how I got away with that. You're not supposed to jump on him, but that was very lucky. If it had gone wrong, I would have been hurt, and I would have had to have gone back for some a power-up or something, because you can't. The door won't open without that knight dying. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, he still has this spike thing. Sometimes he loses it though. Maybe that'll make it go. No, he still has it. Sometimes he loses it. I don't know if that's a glitch. Oh, he's lost it now. Yeah, I don't know if that's a glitch that he loses it. I just don't know. No, he'll get it. You don't want to lose your power up here because... Oh, why did I do that? Because it makes the boss sort of more awkward. Now the boss, I mean, I did it in part 7. It's just sort of awkward sometimes, because sometimes when you... Go away. When you throw the lamp, sometimes it just does not want to land upright, and unless it does that, then you cannot defeat the boss because it only releases the cloud when it's upright. You need the cloud to rise so you can jump on the genie's head. Oh yeah, I'm really glad finally to be able to do this. This has been nagging at me for ages, years if you like, since I first learned of the true ending. Anyway, you just have to keep chucking this until it lands upright and avoid the fireballs. So the more you chuck it, the more likely it is to hurry. Oh, that's annoying. Then it'll get me when I'm on the cloud. Yeah, the more likely it is to drop a cloud. Go away. Unfortunately, if you don't, the cloud eventually turns into another annoyance, which is oh, get up! Unbelievable. Yeah, the cloud turns into an annoying enemy. Come on. Finally. Alright, anyway, then you can jump on him. You can jump on him about twice. Actually, maybe another one? Yes, got him 3 times. That's quite good, actually. That's rare I get him 3 times. Oh, good, another one. No, mucked it up. Never mind. Yeah, sometimes it just takes ages for a cloud to appear. You know, you can keep chucking this thing and it just never lands upright, but it's just luck. Come on. But it's relatively easy, this boss, as long as you know what you're doing. That's unlucky, actually. I probably won't be able to get him. Yeah. Get away. Okay, get him. What? No. Another one. And get that annoyance. No. Come on. Need this thing to be upright. Nope. Time's getting worryingly lower. Good, there it is. It's very similar sound when it gets hurt to the Metroids on Metroid 2. I do like that game, but I find it very difficult. I always get lost on it, but I have completed it. I'd never do a playthrough of it unless I practiced for ages. It's just, I always get lost on that game. There's loads of secret passages and stuff. But I do really like the game. Anyway, here's the statue, and then Mario comes to steal it or something. Hello, Mario. I don't know. I've never understood this ending. Why does Mario come and steal a statue? How did he know it was there? I don't understand. Off he goes. Right, and then we get the hidden ending. Yes, I was getting a bit worried about the time there, because I think you lose you lose a life when the time goes down. But luckily, I know I've got enough clouds. It's just luck, really. Sometimes the clouds appear, but if you keep throwing it, it will eventually. You have to keep throwing it. If you don't throw it as many times, then you lower your chances of getting a cloud and then killing the genie or whatever. Okay, so the genie still wants treasure. Then he'll grant you one wish, or grant Wario one wish. Wario wants his own castle. He doesn't want a planet. So the planet can't be the best ending because that's not his wish. But he'll only accept money. He'll only accept a bribe for a wish. Anyway, so now we get all our money counted up. So we've got 417 in that level. That puts us over 45,000 just. So 45,000, or 45,100-ish. Yep, 45,101. Now all the treasures are counted up. I don't know why they're done in this order. So this should take me over, to the maximum, so I'll get the planet. Because I have tested this out. I actually had less money before because I didn't go back to that level before, did I? In my previous practice bit. But yeah, it's a real pain because you really do have to grind for a lot of money in this. Yeah, so I'm in the middle of Ultima 4 at the moment. So the next video of that will be going to Buccaneer's Den, because I have the latitude and longitude of that. Plus, I have the sextant, so I'll be able to go to Buccaneer's Den, and I need some more keys as well. And I have actually ground a bit and gotten a load of money and leveled up a bit too. I might have gone overboard with the extra money. I think I probably could have gotten away with 30,000, but I don't know. I did it while watching stuff. I was watching some films, so yeah, I don't need the extra money. But so I probably went overboard. In fact, I definitely went overboard. You don't need as much as 45,000 coins. Yeah, so it's not technically the best ending, because, strictly speaking, because Wario wished for his own castle, not his own planet. And I personally think a castle is better than a planet. So, you know, you don't want to be living on a planet on your own, do you? Unless you're the king of the world or something, I don't know. Especially a planet with your face on. I don't know why you're looking so greedy, Wario. I mean, all that extra treasure is wasted, which you can't hold more than the maximum. You're always shy of 100 grand. Yes, this should give me 6 bags. I think before it only gave me 5 bags. There was one bag for only like 5 grand, and now the next bag is only like 30 more. No, more. Yeah. Yeah, that was nearly 40 grand for one bag, and the first bag was only like 5. That's inconsistent. That's the third one. Four. Oh no, it is just 5, it's not 6. Oh no, it is 6. A 6th bag came from nowhere. So I haven't done this in a while. In my practice go, I just sort of fast-forwarded it, and I didn't see the counting up thing, so I didn't know there was 6 bags. I just fast-forwarded it using the emulator fast-forward button, and just saw that I got the planet and thought, yep, it works. I didn't want to sit through all that when I'm not recording. Anyway, so the genie gets his 6 bags of gold. And then bizarrely, Wario gets his own planet. It's ridiculous, with his face on. And it's not canonical, because, you know, at the start of Wario 2, he just has his own... He has his own castle, and that's a very small planet, or either that or Wario's a giant. Now he's floating in space. And he doesn't need air, and he's walking on nothing. Brilliant. So, completely ridiculous. Yeah, so I was sure it was 6 bags, because when I saw the playthrough on YouTube, that made me realise that this was the best ending and there were 6 bags, but it got to 0 and he only had 5 bags, and another bag just comes out of nowhere. And when I did my my practice run, I was just testing out if it worked, if I had enough money. That's why I started this video and I'd had it saved at the last level, because that was the last one I did, because I was testing it out. I just fast-forwarded the counting up the money and just saw the end screen had a planet. I thought, yeah, that's enough. So I didn't realise that 45,000 was too much. I only just realised now, because I just fast-forwarded it. But I think you'd probably get away with maybe even 25,000. If someone does the maths and counts it all up, how much all the treasure was worth, then I'm sure it would make sense. I would like to play the Virtual Boy Wario Land at some point. I've never played that game before. That's because it's on Virtual Boy. 1, I don't own a Virtual Boy. 2, I don't own Virtual Boy Wario Land. 3, don't know if there's an emulator or not, but I would like to play it. So an emulator of a Virtual Boy. I know it's only in red because the people who made the Virtual Boy, Nintendo, couldn't afford the other colours because it was so expensive. And it's not really Virtual Boy. It's just like it's not really virtual reality. It's just like a screen, like a pair of goggles, which is a bit rubbish. Anyway, yeah, so I'll put this in the playlist and I'll put a thing in the video description of part 7 stating, yep, here's part 8 in case you think I didn't get the right ending, but I know few people have watched it. I've never gone over this. He gets his own planet. I do prefer the end music of Wario Land 2 on the Game Boy. And of course the end music of Wario Land 2. I did play Wario Land 2 before I played Wario Land 1. And not just because of that, but because this is still nostalgic for me because I did play this when I was younger, but I do prefer Wario Land 2. I think Wario Land 2 is the best Wario in the series. This is still good, but it's still too much like Super Mario Land. Wario Land 2, it sort of branched off and became its own sort of style of platform. And Wario Land 3 is a bit too sort of... I don't know, it's too not linear. Too not linear for me. I do like Wario Land 3, but I just prefer Wario Land 2, really. I prefer the style of gameplay and the music. Wario Land 4 is a good game too, I like that game. I didn't before, when I played Wario Land. When I did my videos of Wario Land 2 and 3, I didn't like Wario Land 4 then, but having played it since, I do really like that game. I might do some videos of that at some point. So there's some great music on it, but I don't like the fact that Wario can now die in Wario Land 4. It's sort of, I thought it was a step back when I first played it, but it does actually work. They do make it work in Wario Land 4. Blimey, the ending has lasted for longer than I was actually playing the game now. Okay, is that it? Let's fast forward. Oh no, it just says, sorry, it eventually says perfect game. So we have a perfect game now. Although I've never tested out getting no treasures and getting maximum money, if that gives you the planet, or whatever. I've never tested it out. I assume it does work, because Game FAQs doesn't mention anything about the number of treasures. Although, would you still, if you did that, and it did work, you got maximum money and the planet, but no treasures, would it still say perfect game? Mysteries that needs solving, questions I have, but I can't be bothered to find out, for which I can't be bothered to find out the answer. Anyway, that's it. There's no way back now. So thanks for watching this sort of bonus video, if you like, part 8 of Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3. Get back to Ultima 4 very soon. Thanks again, and goodbye.